What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder. Production for Avengers Doomsday has fully begun. They are shooting right now. We're starting to get a lot of set photos. They're also going to start filming Spider-Man 4 very soon as well. And with these projects now being filmed, specifically Avengers Doomsday, since it is going to be the next movie coming after the Fantastic Four, in which we already have the official teaser trailer for the Fantastic Four, a lot of people are wondering, well, when are we going to be getting the teaser for Avengers Doomsday, since that is going to be the next teaser trailer that we get, at least movie-wise. And since the Fantastic Four is releasing soon, and since filming is going to be wrapping here this year, within months now for Avengers Doomsday, the teaser trailer for Doomsday has to be coming pretty soon, or at least soon-ish. Well, thanks to a new report from The Direct today, we can actually narrow it down based on what Marvel Studios has done in the past with other movies, and specifically with other Avengers movies, and we can determine when to expect pretty accurately the Avengers Doomsday trailer to arrive. And we'll also talk about what to expect with this teaser trailer, because it will be a little bit different than your average normal Marvel movie teaser. Doomsday will be different because it is a huge movie. The scale of it is very large. Kevin Feige has already mentioned a handful of teams that are going to be in this, including the original X-Men, the Thunderbolts, the Avengers, of course, the Wakandans. And that is just who they've revealed so far. We obviously know some other characters are coming, like Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange, Chris Pratt's Star-Lord, which means the Guardians could come back as well. This movie's gonna be huge. So the trailer will be different, just like Infinity War. Now, Avengers Doomsday comes out May 1st of 2026. And if the marketing schedule is going to be similar to what Marvel Studios has done for other Avengers films, we can accurately predict when to expect the trailer. And not just predicting when the first trailer is going to drop, but also predicting when they'll show the first footage from the movie, which will be most likely before the trailer. And Marvel has done this a lot recently. They've done this with the Fantastic Four recently. They dropped a lot of footage for it, kind of a pre-trailer before the main trailer came out at San Diego Comic-Con, and then they released a trailer later on. So my buddies at The Direct did the math for us, and thank you for that. And they state that the first teaser for the Avengers film was the post-credit scene for Captain America: The First Avenger. And that came out 9.5 months before the film arrived in 2012. But at Disney's D23 event in August of 2011, Marvel did screen the trailer there for fans in attendance, and then they released the official trailer in October of 2011, 7 months before the film's debut. So then we go to Avengers Age of Ultron. The first public teaser was screened at 2013 at San Diego Comic-Con. This was followed by trailer footage at San Diego Comic-Con again in July of 2014. Then in October of 2014, 6.5 months before the film's release date, Marvel Studios dropped the official trailer. Then Infinity War saw pretty much the same marketing. The first teaser trailer was shown at D23. This was in July of 2017, and then 2 weeks later at San Diego Comic-Con, it was shown yet again. The first official public trailer for Infinity War, however, was released November of 2017, 5 months before the film's debut. And for Avengers Endgame, they didn't release the official trailer until December 7th of 2018, 4.5 months ahead of the release date. So, when is the first footage for Avengers Doomsday coming? Well, it seems like if Marvel Studios keeps the same marketing technique, the first look for Avengers Doomsday will be showed at San Diego Comic-Con, which will be in July. And just like Marvel has done for the previous Avengers films in the past, and just like they have done for the recent Fantastic Four film, this footage will not be released to the public, most likely. So if you've been waiting to go to San Diego Comic-Con, this is the year to go, because you're most likely going to see footage of Avengers Doomsday before anybody else. Plus, not to mention, the Fantastic Four First Steps will be coming out the same weekend that SDCC is going to fall upon. And from what we've been hearing, the post-credit scene for the Fantastic Four First Steps is most likely going to be a setup for Avengers Doomsday, most likely having the post-credit scene revolve around Doctor Doom, possibly even giving us our first look at Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom before that footage is shown at San Diego Comic-Con, or at the same time at least. And again, this is something that Marvel Studios did with Thanos. They teased him in the MCU, giving us our first look at him, multiple first looks, until finally revealing him as the main villain in the Infinity War trailer. So after mapping out all of this with the previous Avengers films and looking at the time frames that Marvel has done in the past, fans should expect the official public trailer for Avengers Doomsday to come either late November or December of this year, 2025. And if you think about it, it's really not that far away. But again, going back to San Diego Comic-Con, which is only about 3 months away, that's when we're most likely going to get our first footage that is shown. And from there, we'll get a description of what was shown at San Diego Comic-Con. Pretty similar to what they recently did at CinemaCon. We got a new look at the Fantastic Four first steps. However, they did not release it to the official public. So it's looking to be at the end of November / the beginning of December when we'll get that first trailer, and further evidence actually supports this of other films who had May release dates. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness had its very first trailer on December 22nd, 2021, less than 5 months before the film's May 6th, 2022 release date. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 also did the same thing. It was coming out May 6th and the first trailer dropped on December 1st. So these very recent Marvel Studios films that had May release dates both dropped their first trailers in December. So with trailers, Marvel Studios really does tend to stick to the same pattern. So this is a pretty great idea of when to expect that very first trailer. Now, what to expect in that first trailer is really exciting to think about. In the first trailer for Avengers Infinity War, we did see Thanos. He was teased very much because the film really is about Thanos. And the same thing goes for Doom. Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom is essentially the main character of Doomsday, and his name's in the title, so that makes sense. And like I mentioned before, the post-credit scene for the Fantastic Four First Steps is most likely going to be Doomsday, a big tease for it. Most likely giving us our first look at Dr. Doom because Doomsday is the next movie that comes after the Fantastic Four, and there's zero setup for Doom so far, so you kind of have to set him up. You have to let the audience, who's just casual fans who aren't online all the time, know what is coming. But establishing the first look at RDJ as Dr. Doom leaves a lot of room to show Dr. Doom in the teaser trailer for Doomsday. So unlike some trailers where you're kind of teased with the main villain and they're not really shown that much, I'm thinking Red Hulk from Captain America Brave New World, or even the leader in that film as well, both of those villains in the teaser weren't really shown. The same thing goes for Guardians 3. I think the High Evolutionary was shown only twice in the first teaser trailer, and they didn't really say anything about the story of the High Evolutionary. They didn't really say he is the villain, they just showed him. And Marvel does have a tendency to do that, to kind of avoid talking about the main story for the film when they release the teasers, but that's going to be different for Doomsday. The trailer should be mostly about Dr. Doom. Because again, like I said, there hasn't really been any build up to Dr. Doom, so the teaser trailer is going to have to do that build up and prepare us for the absolutely massive threat that is Dr. Doom. Possibly the greatest Marvel villain of all time, played by one of the most, if not the most, iconic Marvel actor of all time, Robert Downey Jr. So when it comes to the teaser trailer, expect a lot of Dr. Doom. In fact, I would expect it to focus on him primarily. So go ahead and let me know your thoughts about the teaser trailer coming in November or December, not too far away. How excited are you for it? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news, rumors, or leaks. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.